What's up, YouTube? What's up, Dilly Gang? Dillio coming to you another video. And in this video, I want to talk about a little bit of the rumor mill of the Maschine platform. As I understand it, Native Instruments may be dropping the 3.0 software within this month. We're only in the first week of this month, so there's still a lot of room for things to change, or maybe they might change their mind. I don't know, but I wanted to talk about my experiences with Maschine one more time, and I've done some videos that done pretty good about why I no longer use the platform. And I think I used a little bit of tact to make sure it's like, hey, I'm not hating you if you use it. I'm not trying to diss you if you use it. This is the reason why I'm using it. So I guess that's why people use the word personally. So from this perspective, I'm speaking personally. I guess that gets you the way out of the accountability of trying to down anybody else for using the platform, which has never been my case, and I've kind of grown out of that anyway. So with that being said, let's talk about why I first stopped using Maschine. So the reason that I mainly stopped using Maschine was probably a couple things. The first thing was the lack of software updates. Those updates were getting slower and slower and slower. And I'm looking at other platforms getting updates like FL Studio, which has a much more streamlined update sort of swagger, if you will, because it seems like they keep rolling out new updates every year, like it's an auto manufacturer or something like that. You know, they really stay consistent with that. And that's one of the frustrating things about me. And I used to really voice my opinions a lot about what I didn't want them to do or what I would like them to add into the platform. But it just seemed like they just wanted to do their own thing. And from the rumor mill, you know, it seemed like that Native Instruments may have internally been dealing with some changes and things of that nature. But it's not the reason I mainly stopped using it, because I thought that the hardware was beautiful. Like, and y'all seen in the videos, and it's funny because a lot of people will come on here who have just seen me for the first time, think I don't know anything about using Maschine, but don't know the countless videos that are on my channel, have not taken one look at any of my countless videos of me using the product, doing beat remakes or demos, tutorials on it. They just think I just a guy talking on here without any experience. But trust me, if you want to do your research, just do a research on my channel right now and count the videos I made of me using Maschine. And if that doesn't give you credibility about this platform that I don't know what I'm talking about, hey, it is what it is. Go make a video about it. Talk about Dillio T2K, right? Anyway, it's beautiful hardware. It's gorgeous. I love the Maschine Studio. I loved it in white. And at that time, I was struggling, right? I was struggling to get the resources to even go buy one. I think I was a chauffeur at the time, and it was just very difficult, and I didn't have money management skills at the time. And definitely, if you want to talk about money management with regular money with no frills, like we could talk about that and how I manage my money and some of the principles that I follow for that. But that's a rant for something else. Beautiful hardware. But the number one thing that made me say I'm tired was not the Maschine Jam. The Maschine Jam was cool. It was fun. But the number one thing that really turned me off and really didn't make me and I haven't looked back. Is the arranger. The scene thing. Now, I had to get good at it, and I had to make it my norm, because at the time, that's all I had to arrange the grooves and beats that I did on the Maschine platform into full-length songs. Like, I had to deal with the shift, scene, attach, scene, song mode, scene. You know, it was just such a pain. It was, I guess you could say it was traumatizing, because it's not actually something I'm trying to go back to, which is probably the reason why I wrapped it up in plastic and put it away. And the reason I did that is because I believe that maybe Native Instruments will change their perspective and straight from the hip with it, just copy what Akai's doing with their song arranger. I remember there was a whole scare about the song arranger going away with the MPC 3 beta software, but it's still there. And I don't think they're ever going to get rid of that, because we have such a developed muscle memory on it as Akai users that it would be ridiculous for it to just go away. Now, the arranger's view is cool, but this is not about MPC. This is about Native Instruments. But that song arranger was kind of like the big, because after you create that groove, you want to bring it home and bring it into a product that you can listen to or share with others. And for me, even though I developed muscle memory for it at the time, it was still a long-winded process. And when I finally got my mind wrapped around how you can arrange songs in the MPC, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. I could whip up a song together pretty quickly. Like, I could take two sequences and make one a verse and make one a hook or whatever I want to do and put that together in a song mode and then take that song and make a long sequence and export that or stem that out or whatever you want to do. But that was sort of the thing. So moving forward with this Maschine 3.0 software, I have no exposure to it. I've seen videos and people talk about it, but to be honest with you, I have no real experience with it. But I do have an outlook, and it's this: if they don't do anything about that arranger, if they want to stick to the way that arranger is, I won't be using the platform. I'm not going to hate on it. I'm not going to say that someone's bad, or I'm just not going to use it personally. It's not going to be for me if they don't do something about that arranger. Now, on that other hand, the sampler from what I've seen with Maschine and Akai MPC is totally two different things. Because when I saw the built-in effects that came with the samples on the Maschine, you had bit reduction, you had maybe like 3 or 4 filters. No sample layers or cycling. I don't know if that's the case now. And I know on Akai, you can layer up to 4 samples right now. You can layer up to 8 samples in MPC3 software. You got all kinds of filters and patterns and LFOs and things and built-in effects without even adding any plugins onto just the sample pad itself alone. Not talking about the program or the group or track in MPC3, but just the group. And then when I look at Maschine, I remember you had pad, you had groups, and then you had master, and that group was either a track or drums. So they really got to unify that. They're really good with the colors. I like the colors. It's funny how I think that Akai is borrowing a page from Maschine's book, enabling the whole color thing on the screen and stuff like that, which is cool because I don't like how the MPC2 software looks right now, but that's one of the things I muscled through, just like how I muscled through scene arrangement on Maschine. But again, if Native Instruments doesn't do something about that song arranger, I don't care if you can talk to the doggone platform. It won't be for me. It won't be for, and it may not be the case. That may not be the case. That may not be the case. We don't know until the chosen ones show up with it first on their YouTube channels, and we learn from them, and then we finally get it on our hands and see what happens. I think I heard, and don't quote me on this, but I think they heard like the older platforms older than the MK3 will no longer be there, and Native Instruments will do that. Native Instruments will say, hey, we not on this hardware anymore. I haven't seen Akai do that with these nice, wonderful products I have yet. I know that the day is going to come because of just how thing is, but I hope that they push it far off as much as they can. And if they do switch to a new hardware, that they have a much more refined software experience for you to experience with the new hardware. But I really hope that Akai doesn't do that, because these are cool. I don't want these things to be vintage quite yet, but some would say that they already are. All right. I want to know what you think. Are you excited for the Maschine 3.0 software? Did you switch from Maschine to the MPC platform, or did you stay with Maschine altogether? Let me know in the comments below. I'm interested to hear what you think. Thank you so much for coming by to my channel. I'm Dilio. You're watching the Dilio T2K YouTube channel, and we out. Peace.